Good afternoon, good people. How you all doing today out there, guys? How you folks doing today out there, good people? How you all at? How you all be, folks? What's for lunch? What's for lunch? Don't be shy now. Do tell us what's for lunch. We wanna know. We wanna know what's for lunch. Isabella Butters, good afternoon. Watching us from Deer Park. I think this is New Jersey. Isabella, help us out now, man. Pleasant good afternoon, Desiree Liverpool. Paul Passat, we see you as well. Help us out now, man. You know, we know all these fancy places. You know, we know all these bougie places. Help a brother out. Dollars and cents today, folks. Follow the money. And Vincent, good to have you. Eula Lafferman Rubens, good to have you as well. Follow the money, Roxana Dessa Jacobs. Welcome. How are you guys doing today? Good to have each and every one of you here, good people. Pace and power. Pace and power. Shirley Crichton say, day. Good to have you here, good people. Good to have each and every one of you here. Magnell Barrow joining us from Brooklyn. Brooklyn is in the house. Magnell says good afternoon to all, folks. Brooklyn telling you all good afternoon. Good to have you, folks. Marlon Thomas, rock and come in. Rock and come in, Marlon. Marlon, I'm playing. Oh, that's why y'all know. Marlon, I'm playing today. Marlon said only hearing music. Well, we okay now, Marlon. We okay now. A very good afternoon to each and every one of you folks. We trust that you guys are great. We trust that your day is off to a fantastic start. Mayburn King, good to see you, Mayburn. Guys, how you all doing, man? Good to have each and every one of you. In Shelly Abrams. You all are taking chances today. We only hear music. You all are waiting 80 minutes today. Yep. You got things to settle them boys, you know. And why y'all know that? You got things to settle them boys. How you all doing, man? You. Yep, you got things to settle the boys, folks. We got things to settle the boys. Allow them, the bad. Allow them. Guys, I'm so glad you are here with us. A number of things we're tracking today. a number of things we're tracking on a number of fronts, and we're happy you folks are here with us. A number of things we're tracking. Yep. Them boys back with a vengeance. They are back with a vengeance. We're having it. We're not having it, good people. We're not having it. They're back with a vengeance. And I want to show some of what is happening with places like Region 2. And it's so symptomatic of who this install regime is. It is so symptomatic. It's so symptomatic of how they operate, good people. Right? Backyard, front yard, side yard bullies. Oh, make the shades look nice for us as we start. Make the shades look nice for us as we start, good people. Make the emojis look nice for us as we start, good people. They're easy, that's why I want you all know. Them boys in easy. Chisel Chipper 68. Mr. Chisel Chipper, how you doing, sir? Respect and manners. Dolores. I find Chisel he'll love too much of people, you know. More than me. I find Chisel he'll love too much people more than me. Savagery's at work. Savagery's putting in the work to earn that honest dollar. Savagery's all that is. So when y'all see Savagery build she big house and she lash out, y'all don't envy her. She putting in the work. She says, I'm at work and I'm listening. Right? When you see she build she big house and so on, she get her overtime. She put down her front step, she lash down the roof. Right? It pays some power, you know. Savagery, hope you're having a good day at work. Vashti Magnot. Vashti telling me good day, you know. She telling good day. Some of y'all know you're able, you know. Vashti, how you doing? Tell report. Hello for us. Please do that. Angelic Abrams, good to see you as well. And Bernard Innes, Mavis Davis, well, Donna McDonald, Ebon Lamy. Good to have you folks here. Guys, really glad you folks are here. Ebon Lamy, good to have you. Beatrice Selby, good to have you. Yep. Now Beatrice telling Vashti and Candy, the lead entity, hello. I ain't gonna see you today, you know. And I out here. Candy, how you doing? Good to see you, Candy. Skeldon, good day. The Independent Republic of Skeldon. Good to have Skeldon in the house, and the Democratic Republic of Linden, and Bartica, the breakaway state of Bartica. Good to have you, Bartica. Kamal Prasad is here, folks. Kamal Prasad. Kamal says, a good afternoon, an awesome afternoon to all of you from the office of the Regional Vice Chair, Kayuni Mazuruni. Please and thank you. That's one hell of a greeting, folks. I received that too. I received that. Tandy is here. John Lashley is here. Winston Henry is here. Right, guys, so glad to see you. We got some natural songs may filter into the studio from time to time this afternoon. If you hear it, you don't think nothing. If you hear some little churn at all, you don't think nothing. Hold the focus. Loretta Argyle. How you folks are doing? Guys, we're really happy you are here. Myrna Monroe, good to see you. Anne-Marie Selby, good to see you. Loretta, good to see you. Angeli. Alex is here, folks. Alex Boom. Of course, if Alex is here, you got some other folks gonna roll in. Run the Daniels chance. Andrew Cussbird is here as well. Yep. Anaz and Ashley listening to us out of Skeleton. How are you doing, Anaz and Ashley? Good to have you. If you got Candy as company, you're in good stead. You're good to go. Tracy Garraway. Tracy says she's in her kitchen. What is cooking up, Tracy? What's in that kitchen? Folks, I went to Essequibo once. Stayed with some folks, you know. Was passing through, rather. Wasn't staying, was passing through. And we were invited to lunch. Folks, the only thing that keep coming out was drink. Call it a lot of drink. Homemade drink, shandy, and so on. And for the hours we were there, a good 4 or 5 hours, you only hear things chewing up in the kitchen. Nothing coming forth. Things chewing up in the kitchen. Folks, nothing ain't coming forth. Things just chewing. It's like this country. The economy is the kitchen. Things just chewing up. Nothing ain't coming forth. Tracy Garraway, we hope your kitchen's not like that. You're just hearing things frying up. You know, some people different, you know. Some people just be throwing your hot semi, you're just throwing water in the pan to create the impression. Tracy Garraway. Tracy, we hope it's that you. Tracy, we hope it's that you. Rennie Lord, good to see you. Andrew Cuthbert and Ramiliander. Good to have all of you here. Vashti, good to see you too. Yep. You're hearing the sounds of things cooking, but nothing really frying up. Mural King, nothing on frying up. We know it's different in your kitchen. June Chase and Iwan Lamy. We know things different in your kitchen. You always stretch your spread. You stretch your spread. You all know how to do it. Guys, good to have you here. Great to have each and every one of you. But I want to show you all some of what, as we pick up the discussion today, some of what took place over the weekend. And then we're zeroing in on this call. We're zeroing in on this call for a commission of inquiry into the Sugate allegations. Follow the money. Follow the money. Anas says the sun is hot. Pinky Vaughn. Good to see you, Pinky. Angela Jordan. Angela, how are you? Angela from the People's Democratic Republic of Sophia. Say hello to your husband for us, Angela. Maxine Monroe. Good to see you, Maxine. Good to see you, Maxine. I see the comment there. Maxine says, don't be jealous, MP Duncan. Right? Don't be jealous. We the great fighters love you. I see that. I received that too, Maxine. I received that and I'll latch on to it. I'll latch on to that. Right? Good to have you. Good to have you. Candy says, I will cook you some catfish curry. I know about I know about catfish curry. Like I like nothing inside with catfish. Folks, I want to show you some of what transpired over the weekend. Right? Because you know of these folks is wicked and the thing. Right? Wicked. Some of what transpired over the weekend, good people. You know, in region 2, the different. Right? In region 2, the different, folks. The different in region 2. That's what I want you to know. The region 2 folks different. Right? Different. Now, soon as them boys come in, like they like see land. Instead of usurping people's land, bullying people out of their property, bullying people off of their land. I hope Colin Crowell watching today. I hope Colin Crowell watching, and I hope Rodriguez watching. Minister Rodriguez, I hope they're watching. Install ministers, albeit. But I hope they're watching because a lot of nonsense happening in this place. You can't come like bullies. People on a piece of land for years, eking out a living. Y'all just land like bullies. Take a look of some of what transpired in region 2 quite recently. Take a look at this, folks. Pick you back up on the other side. Pick you folks back up on the other side.
It's like this, the chairman's son, right? They come in and
region
ask
2.
for the region.
You could call the name. There's no problem. You're explaining the situation.
Velma De Silva's son, the chair lady for the Essequibo Coast. I was surprised. She just come in, and her son just come in and take the piece of reserve. He take the lot, take in the reserve, and when he done, he bring in the surveyor, the lands and survey man. I got a little boy in there like working, far as I concerned. He's a little boy because like, he come in, he say he's the lands and survey. His name Alex from lands and survey. He just come in, he line up my fence post and come and take in this whole piece of place. Jump along the thing. I said that's where he fall off. When I come out and I talk to him, he say don't concern, he doing his job, he doing his work. Okay? Now they come down here, they take in my place, and the time is they come in. The Alex, he come in here with them, not during the week when you're working, you know. He come in the weekends on Sunday and Saturday, and they come and just measuring with a tape. That's what he come doing.
So what exactly happened on the riverbank here?
What they do, they come in and just drive down, they break down all me ramp and everything what I having here, right? As you may see, for all the years I occupy this frontier.
How much years you doing work out on the riverbank?
Since 1992, I put down my thing here and start working. And this is what they do. I serving the whole entire Pomeroon all over the place, working for everybody in the Pomeroon. And this is what they do, is that they take out a daily bread from me now. And right now, if you look out outside there, no boat can come into near the landing. And everybody's saying that is wrong. The whole entire Pomeroon, they just, from the time this thing happened, is everybody just come and say, what happened? How these people come and just bully your thing and take it over, you know? So I just looking right now for get help. I looking for get back. for justice. I looking for justice. Because this is wrong what they do. And the thing what amazed me is that the mother and the father, the cheerleader, and her husband was here standing when he doing that breakdown army ramp and everything.
Well,
this is totally
probably
wrong.
for their business, they got coconut business.
What they're doing is like what they're doing there is like they're just, what do you think people going to do? Look down on the PPP party. That's what people going to do. Look down on them. It's people like them spoiling their own party. People them is that's what happening. Spoiling the reputation and everything. That's what they're doing. She's a cheerleader, and instead of she coming and she tells his son it's something wrong that he's doing, she stand up here and she watching and see what they're doing, and everybody just having a nice time doing what they're doing and continue. They throw all the tree from the shed, they break down the ramp. Well, he did back the shed very well because he knows something wrong. But me ramp, what way me ramp there outside there? Number one, you look out there, nothing can come in there to me at all. It's like they just take a day. I just asking somebody for see what they could do and look into the matter.
You would have made contact or made some moves to get some assistance from the ministry, for example, Minister. I call. First of all, I went in to see the fence. And Regina.
I look forward for them to come down. The boy just take a note of it, but nobody didn't show up. I explained to you, I said these people come and put a parlor, would like you all to come in and clarify this matter because I got my workshop, I got my business going on. Never did. Nobody never show up until this is what happened now. Now I decided to go to town. I call the minister, Edgel. Well, he tell me that he's sending in the people. And the surveyor did come in, but I never got to see the surveyor then after. For here what's going on, and then I didn't get to talk with them. For here, well, what happened? But they just keep continuing. When they continue here now, right, and they start continue doing what they're doing because they're working on weekends. When they continue doing what they got to do, when the authority come in and say, well, this man forget, but next thing you know, they're going to tell me I got to go to the court and all these kind of things. I don't have money for them kind of thing. I hustle me little dollar and doing what I got to do. And I serve in this community for years, not today, for years.
You made a report
right?
to the...
I make a report to the station, right? And that's it. The police them tell me they got to see the surveyor, them got to come in and clarify it and see what they got to do.
Yeah, but the issue is, will you report is
that
damage?
Is that they break down my ramp and they didn't have no right breaking down my property. They don't have nothing concern breaking down my thing, and nobody is looking to it up to now. Nobody is saying nothing and this kind of thing. They didn't have no right touching nothing for me. Nothing, because they come and reach it here. I can't go by them and touch nothing.
Is it the same son that is building this this structure here was the one that had the issue with the police, with the slapping issue with the police, or is that next brother?
Yes,
okay, the siblings. Okay,
yeah, the brother.
Okay,
not the same one.
Probably that is why the police very skeptical to get into the matter.
Yes, that's why. So I just want to know. Why they can't stop this thing from proceeding? I just asking for just.
She was put there to serve the community.
Number one, I listen to them go. This government say that how there's no nonsense government right now. There's not sticking nonsense, and I can't see why these things going on up to now. It's like nonsense going on right now. That's how I see it. So I don't know what to say. Look, just.
Wow. Well, I hope you guys heard that. That's over the weekend, folks. That's over the weekend. If that's how them boys treating them folks down the side, how they can treat you and me? How they can treat you and me? Maxine Monroe, evil to the highest height indeed. Chisel Chipper, you hear bullyism? You see bullyism there? Since 1992. But you know what happened? Somebody spot a piece of land and want it for themselves to do their business. And who is this poor Guyanese fellow to want riverfront property like that? Who is this poor Guyanese fellow? So the guy broke down his things. Can you imagine that? You, the Lafferman Rubens, what are they not going to do to you? What are they not going to do to you, Beatrice Selby, Deborah Clark? Somebody got to own a piece of property. And what is more mind-boggling is that you hear the authority figures who are involved, the regional personnel who are involved there, who the allegations are being made against. Folks, you got to follow the money. Follow the money. Dollars and cents, my brothers and sisters. Follow the money. Gloria Skinner said, it's so sad. Gloria, and you know what is even sadder? Is that the superlative, comparative and superlative? You know what is more sad? I think that's the right one. You know what is more sad? That this incident here, Shamar Hubbard referred to them as land grabbers. This simple incident here is replicated hundreds of times in this country, where people are dispossessed of land they really and truly have a right to. If this man is on this land since 1992 to now, you know how much years is that? And somebody bar yesterday because your mother is a regional official, you could come and bully them, break down the things and so on. What wickedness is this? Correct? Wickedness in the UK is wickedness in this country. Wickedness is wickedness everywhere. But as Pinky Vaughan says, it's prime location. It's prime location. Somebody got the eyes on that. Somebody got the eyes on it. It's who? Is a regional official? Her son, listen to what these folks are doing. The kind of hurt and pain they're inflicting on ordinary guys. What story happening here, man? What story happening here? Gloria says the whole country is sad. Gloria Skinner. Yvonne Ramasar. Beatrice Selby asked the right question. Who to help us? I asked many times on this podcast, we just go in this country for justice. We just go for justice. But maybe Marlon Thomas onto something. Marlon said land front property got money. Marlon said land front property got money. But you can treat a man who under land since 1992 like he's nobody, so? Serving his community fairly well. Plying a trade. Lord have his mercies. What if it's their own friend? Right? S. Quibbon, Region 2 man, they can treat like that. Imagine how they would treat me. I know Region 2 is a big base for the incumbent regime. If they're treating that man like that, how they can treat us? And you know, notice he said he went to some officials, the land authority, among some other people. He said nobody didn't come yet. He said nobody didn't come yet. This takes me back, folks. Think about it. This story look little knowing, Matthew James. This story look little knowing. Y'all remember Chinese landing? Do we remember Chinese landing? What about Isanaru? Those indigenous brothers and sisters of our country who live in those areas got a right to those lands, much like my brother here. And people are being given mining permits, squatting on those lands. Our brothers and sisters, they're not benefiting from the largesse, the natural patrimony that they have a right to. No. People from elsewhere coming and doing big business in Chinese landing. Isanaru. In Chinese landing is a Carib community. Chinese landing is a Carib community. Isanaru is an Akawayo community. Murudi, the same thing happening. But I want to zero back in on what he said about the authorities. He's saying come yet. Same thing happening in these areas. And we said it to you. They got Indo-Guyanese who suffering. Afro-Guyanese who perhaps suffering the most. indigenous Guyanese who are suffering at the hands of this regime. The people at Chinese landing says, I told you of 2 decisions that were handed down. In the case of the Chinese landing, this decision was handed down by the UN Committee on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, who said that you got injustice that was perpetuated at Chinese landing. Right? The people are being threatened there, even threatened by the police. Even threatened by the police. Brothers and sisters, threatened by the police. Starbuck News quite recently said, in any other part of the country, the police would have gone in there, charged their counterparts for their electoral duty, and bring justice to the indigenous people. No. They ain't got nobody in regional government to speak for them. They ain't got somebody in national government to speak for them. They ain't got nobody in local government to speak for them. And that is what is happening here. You know, if my brother there in Region 2, if he was a cousin or something like that, to one of them in power, anybody with a dare to say they're doing what they're doing there is wickedness to the highest heights. As my sister said, it is wickedness to the highest heights. Wickedness to the highest heights. But I find in politics, we always factor out the Almighty. God don't like ugly, you know. Whoever you perceive him to be, Father don't like ugly. So when you're digging hole for people, I hope you're all digging too. You're digging hole for people, I trust y'all digging too. Glycis Mingaborn, good afternoon to you. You ever see anything like this? You ever witness anything like this? Them boys different. Different. Shelly Doretta, bare face. Don't like to see land. You got a piece of land that's coming after you. Two of you, we might hear some natural songs coming into the studio today. They're coming after you. Watch when they come in. Went after Karkir. Went after BK. Went after Sivans. Land. They must own all the land. And you all remember in the documentary with Sue, what they told us? They said Isabel Young told us that Sue is one of the largest landholders in this country. One of the largest landholders in this country. Sue. Now, how you come from Hong Kong, Tokyo, and so on, and you become the largest landholder? Huh? I wonder if Sue holding land for anybody. I wonder if Sue fronting to hold land for anybody. Folks, let me tell you a piece of my family history. In the humble blood in my veins, I got some indigenous blood. My father emanates from Matthews Ridge in the interior, and his parents were indigenous people. So God in my blood. On my mother's side, her mother's father came from Hong Kong. So I'm telling you, my great-grandfather came from Hong Kong. My grandmother's maiden name is Chung, Cheong, Chung. Telling y'all some of family history. Right? In my family, you got Singhs, you got Prasads, you got Pandays. It's a mix-up lineage with all the peoples in us. But nobody can come. You couldn't go and be the largest landowner in a foreign country. You must be the queen. You must be the queen of England. You all heard that? Sue is one of the largest, if not the largest landholder, they tell us. You all didn't hear Isabel Young? I didn't want to pretend I didn't hear that. And if I got to believe between Sue and them boys and Isabel Young, well, you all know why there. You all know why there. Right? Hear Robin Ryan saying, what you don't like for yourself, don't do to others. What goes around comes around. What goes up will come down. Robin mean think them boys hearing us. Right? When I ain't think them boys hearing us, you know, Judy this morning on the breakfast program FYI was rehearsing for us what the outgoing Prime Minister of Britain had said in his resignation speech. When the herd move, it moves. They can hear us soon. Margaret Nelson. When the herd moves, it moves. That is past people, Margaret Nelson. So Sue is the largest landowner. Folks, I want to talk to you about Anand Gulsaran. Very decent fella, middle of the road, don't know his politics, don't even know if he votes for a political party or if he votes at all. Decent fella. He used to be our auditor general a little while ago. A better auditor general than Deodat Sharma. He used to be our auditor general, good folks. Did a pretty good job. He's a bright guy. He studied this thing, studied accounting, and has gone all the way up to the PhD level. He's bright. He's a professional. In this morning's paper, the Starbuck News, Anand Gulsaran is making the call that Ali should have a commission of inquiry into the Sugate saga. That is what he's advising. That Irfan Ali, if he is worth anything, if he really believes in accountability and good governance and all of those things they espouse conveniently, if he really believes in any of that stuff, he would have a commission of inquiry into the allegations coming out of the Isabel Young mini documentaries. That is what he is calling for. And we support him in that call. Justice must not only be done, justice must appear to be done. It must appear to be done. Did we ever find Sue? We know Jagdio was looking for Sue. Did he find him? I would like to know. I would like to find out. Did Jagdio find Sue? Folks, the thing stinks to high heavens. There is no getting around it. It is odious. It smells. Right? There's a pungent odor emanating from it. The scent strapping it big. There is no hiding it. We looking thin, folks. We looking thin. And Anand Gulcharan is asking for a COI. He's recommending a commission of inquiry into these allegations. And we believe nothing less will do. A commission of inquiry is needed. A commission of inquiry is needed into Sugate. Hear them boys in the past about how investors should be treated with. Hear them boys in the past about how investors should be engaged. Hear them boys.
So we have a question from a business over here, a large office.
Sorry for that, Mr. President. Sir?
No problem, sir. We have a question from a business owner here in the US who migrated from Guyana, a Guyanese business owner, and want to invest in Guyana through Go Invest in a substantial way. How would that person look to bring his business into Guyana and invest in Guyana? Would that be through the consulate here, or would he go to Guyana Go Invest?
No, he can approach Go Invest directly, or he can go to the consulate for advice and support.
It's money.
But it's open. So all he has to do is get his business proposal and submit that business proposal. So an evaluation can be made, and he can be pointed in the right direction. So that's all that is needed.
The reason why he asked the question was he visited Guyana and was unsuccessful in getting an appointment with his proposal. So he reached out to us and asked.
But this is something that is very irksome, because sometimes people, if you have an office, you don't have to meet the head of the office every time because he's busy too. You deposit your proposal, say, I'm interested. You have staff there. You meet with the staff. People walk in. The foreigners can come and do this every day, and they're moving ahead with our projects, their projects, and they go through that mechanism. How could a person not, because he doesn't meet the head of the office, not even deposit his proposal and say, here is what I want to do. Can you advise me? And he has a substantial sum of money. But we have to get real too. Sometimes our people, they need personalized attention. What we're trying to do is to make the system work. So you don't have to go and see individuals to get help. You can get help from the system. That is the only way it becomes sustainable in the long run. It's not capricious. And then you can't say, or somebody wants money to get my proposal approved, because that's the next thing that comes along. So the people have to cooperate too, particularly in the diaspora. I hear sometimes more complaints than an attempt to use the system that is already there, and others are using it to their advantage who come from the rest of the world.
Thank you.
So if their offices, as we follow the money today in dollars and cents, if their office is set up for you to carry your proposals, why were there investors, quote unquote, and why have there been investors meeting at Jack Deere house? Isn't that capricious? Doesn't that open the door for accusations and allegations? Is that wise? And I ain't lying upon him that investors were at his home. We know that. We know that. Thanks to Isabel Young. We know that. And it is unacceptable that government business, this country business, is being conducted in private homes and not in the government offices. And that even when they're conducted in government offices, they're not being conducted above board. There's something wrong with that. So here is the same man who just said, New York last year, oh, you don't have to go and meet a specific person. Take your proposals. Their system is efficient and all of that. Submit it and move things along. People are benefiting from the system like that. If that is what is the norm, then what was this?
Get all this. Sue deals with all the agreements. I don't.
I understand.
The thing is that my thing is that I am in government,
I understand.
so I assist from government side.
I know.
That's it.
Sue interjected, telling us this wasn't the place to talk about the bribe.
因為佢由頭都係啦，即係我要知道，即係啲錢係入咗佢嗰度先得㗎。如果唔係，
Lord have his mercies. You see how they've been tried. You see how they've been tested. And you see how they've been found wanting. Tried, tested, and wanted. Now, when that happened, those investors met with Mr. Jagdu in his home. And Sue was handling all the arrangements. And he was going to be working from the government side. When he met with Isabel Young a few weeks later, he didn't know that Isabel Young was sitting in his living room a couple months earlier. He didn't know that. He thought he was sitting down to talk about what he loves to talk about best, himself. And what good a leader he is, and what a big brother and a statesman in the Caribbean region he is. That is what he thought he was sitting down to talk about, and how Guyana is flourishing under their leadership and stewardship. He didn't know that Isabel Young already knew that Sue handles all the agreements. He didn't know that Isabel Young knew Sue handles all the agreements. He didn't know that Isabel Young knew that Sue has all the support. He didn't know that. He didn't know that. But don't take my word for it. Take a look at this. Isabel Young and Yabai.
What about within your government?
Yes.
Do you accept bribes?
No, I don't.
We've spoken to a number of Chinese business people in Guyana who said that you do accept bribes, and they have said that in fact it's the only way to get business done is to bribe you. One Chinese businessman we spoke to involving timber logging told us that basically as long as the vice president is okay with it, it's fine. He just needs to give one phone call to whoever is in charge. They'll get it done right away. The real big boss is the vice president. Everything goes under the table. The whole country is like this.
Yeah, well, I can't comment on that because it would be an anonymous person. You can just sit there and fabricate that. As I said before, a lot of the companies and reporters. But you can if you name the person, that's fine. When the reporters come from abroad, this is their catch you kind of thing. You always want to make a developing country leader look corrupt. So you've done your bit. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people. I can say, two persons told me before this interview, don't do the interview with Vice News because that is precisely what they will do. They will fabricate something and come and say they spoke with people here.
Well, we're not fabricating
Yes,
anything.
but
Let's talk about
let me tell you something. So all my statements are in with the Integrity Commission. The last government, they checked everything about me and they didn't find anything. They checked my bank accounts abroad. They checked everything. They didn't find anything. So there has to be the evidence of it. But you're not bringing evidence. You're saying an anonymous Chinese source.
Okay, well,
maybe the Chinese company that did not get the agreement that they wanted here, maybe they're the ones who told you, or it could be just a fictitious thing.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jerome?
So my relationship? Nothing. He's a tenant in my place. Yeah.
And he's a good friend of yours?
Yes. Yes. He is a friend of ours. His father was here from many years ago.
I mean, he lives next door to you.
Yes.
You know, he was able to arrange meetings and catch-ups with you at any point in the day. He claims
As a friend, yeah.
He claims that through his very close relationship with you, that he's able to get any deal done.
Well, I don't know
and
if that's.
He's able to change laws for investors.
But then which law has been changed for any investor?
So Sue told us that if you want to get anything done in Guyana, you need some hookups. I'm very close with the Vice President and the other officials. The Vice President and I share a very close relationship. Also, if we do the business, he'll help out no matter what. There's no one else who can help like he does. He also said when he's talking about prospect investors that the Vice President said he can change the Constitution. He said he can manage. Everything is going to be done soon. He's really treating us as brothers. He's already trying to help us as much as possible. Of course, I need to give back to him in return.
Yeah, but that is, I don't know about giving back, but I do that to everybody who comes to my office. The American companies come here to see me and they need a meeting. You asked to see me. I have an open door policy since I was president, so people come to see me. But I've had a long history of being in public office, and we never had any of this stuff that you talk. And all my accounts are clear. If you are coming here with specifics, so I just heard what you read, and that's totally accurate. I help out as many people as I can. That's totally accurate what you read there. Unbelievably accurate. It's accurate. So I help people out, but it doesn't mean for consideration. It does not mean for bribe, because I believe that we have a mission to help as many people as possible move forward in this country.
Well, Sue also told us that, the amount will divide between the Vice President. It's going to be a service or process.
Oh, really?
If we're going to do business together, my boss is not going to directly receive the money. But obviously, it's not going to directly transfer to him. The service charge is 4% of the total. It's not only me, most of it's the Vice President. Mm-hmm. Do you use middlemen like Sue in order to take money on your behalf so that you can keep your hands clean?
No. The answer is no.
Why do you think that Sue would say this?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
He's saying it because as he understands it, that's the truth.
Well, no, that's he understands it, so that's what you have to ask him. But the answer is no.
So why do you think he's saying this to us?
I don't know.
Yep. Well, we now know the other side of that, because we saw part 2 of Guyana for Sale. Folks, I really like it. And that is why, for those of you who are now joining us, Alan Goulsuran, the former Auditor General of Guyana, is imploring Irfan Ali and his installed regime, if you also care about transparency, if you also care about good governance, investigate Sugate. Investigate Sugate. If everything is in the clear, investigate Sugate. Jack Joe says he has a long history of helping people. He has a long history of corruption. They're corrupt. That is what he has a long history of. Corruption. Corrupt to the core. We're seeing this with our own eyes. We were in that living room. We were on that retreat with those Chinese businessmen who said if the authorities are not corrupt, if they were not on the take, not taking bribes, then we'd be surprised. And that is what Jagdeo and the PPP have a long history of. And we've never been able to see it before in live and living color, folks. Now what we seeing in broad daylight. Not allow anybody to take you for look fit with a lamb stick. Come on now, good people. We saw that. All of us. And you know what? It is on YouTube and thousands of people are seeing it every day. But you all know your boy's persona non grata in a lot of quarters. You all know he's unwelcome in a lot of quarters. You could imagine me and he hugging up now. Look for it. See if you can see that. Right? You can imagine he and a boy from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ralph. You can imagine them hugging up. No, you look for it. Well, you know, he and Raul is not friends. You see, when you're digging hole for people, you better dig too. The man that said Trinidad is falling apart, he falling apart now. The fellow that boasts how Trinidad falling apart, well, he falling apart now. He and the government falling apart. We ain't digging over people who are but your friend, huh? And give your friend Kamala political points, you should be digging a hole for two. Because it's you and your country falling apart now. Folks, what has happened to our country? All that we have, all that we've done, all the hopes and aspirations of our Guyanese brothers and sisters, they seem to be counting for naught and for zero with these folks in play. What a moment that was. You know, if he was acting, he get back best actor. What is your relationship with Sujarong? He didn't realize Isabel Young had the ace in her back pocket. You know, he come for talk. He rough. He thought he can talk for 2 hours about what a good president he was. Right? No human rights violations. He did right by the people and so forth. He thought that is what Isabel Young wanted to hear. But suddenly it became, oh, when you people come and try to make third world leaders look bad. He didn't know weeks before Isabel Young was sitting in his living room and he already made himself look bad. So she didn't need to do that. She did not need to do that. He had already played right into the stereotype of third world leaders. It's people like he who is give third world leaders who want to be honest and operate above board and are doing so. Is he's giving them a bad name. His crosses like him. His jagabats like him. Who give third world leaders a bad name. And then he sit down there so piously. So nicely. You know, he'd quote a scripture for you too if you ask him. You know that? Well, the devil to know scriptures. You see the man out trembling, he will get best actor. And the Oscar goes to best actor. Oh, so? The man will start trembling, you know what to do with himself. If he's honest, if he's above board, take a lie detector test. Take a lie detector test before this nation. You don't take bribes. You're an honest politician. You help, quote unquote, you help as many people as you can. That's your mandate and your policy. Take a lie detector test, man. Bring in some international experts. We got the money. We got the money. I can forego me cash grant to help pay for it. I can forego my parliamentary salary to help pay for it. We got island gas. If you're so honest, right? Why you running from a real investigation? If anyone believes in the rule of law and justice and good governance and transparency, you believe in those things as pillars of a democratic society. Call a COI, no man. Call a COI with competent people, independent people to investigate the allegations of Sugate. We support Anand Gulsaran in that call. We support him. Right? Now look, y'all buy Ghana spectators. When they got no limb to jump on, they gone with SOPs. They gone on SOPs. Right? If y'all know thing rig, show me y'all video, man. You know who rig. Show the video. Show who the rigging, who the conspiring. But we got video with Jack Leo in the living room. Show me the video where Granger saying Mingo or Winfield got all the support. They handle all the arrangements. Show me your video, na man. But look at Jack Leo in his living room, rigging the system to suit them. You see a man like that sitting down in the living room, rigging the business system to suit themselves. You think they will rig an election? Why you think one of your brother, Raymond Cummins, then the GRO office, when the board certificates is produced and the death certificates is produced, why think the plenty there? Because they just want to give you work. That Raymond Cummins there by the GRO office. If they're so nice and they're so good, why the fire and green? Why people leaving the Child Protection Agency by the dozens, by the droves? If they're so nice, people don't run from good. If they're so nice, why the fire the man from the EPA, who was perhaps the best EPA CEO and director we ever had, Dr. Vince Adams? If they so like transparency, why the fire Dr. Ruji Jadapat from the Extractive Industry Oversight Body, the EITI? If they believe in good governance, why they bring up propagandists like Prem Nazir? If you're also nice and you all want what is best for the country, how come you all campaign to review, to renegotiate the power sharing agreement of 2016? And 2 years later, now you are singing a different tune. Why is it like that? 2 years, billions of dollars, y'all throw into the sugar industry. Y'all could have paid for 5 generations of students to go to university free. How come education free yet? How come in 2 years, with the billions of dollars that have been given out in communities, under the table, over the table, at the side of the table, with no table, and other communities, that is not so. And you're all fair and equitable. Why is it so? Why every day people line off by the embassy, US embassy, Canadian embassy, British High Commission, running from y'all if everything's so nice? In every sector, they're weeding out people who they think don't support them. Political people or otherwise. They're just gonna watch you, watch your skin, watch your hair texture. They say, well, he votes for me, she votes for me. They got to go. Wickedness. If you're also fair-minded, put together a COI. Put together a COI. What would it hamper? What would it prevent? You got election cases in the court, 2 petitions in the upper echelons of the judicial system before the Court of Appeal, High Court, and the CCJ. And y'all still got a COI. So why can't you have a COI for this? Of equal importance and public interest. Why not a COI for this? Folks, we gotta follow the money. Them boys love it bad. And love it to the extent where it's the root of all the evil. You were in that living room, I was there. Don't let anybody tell you you didn't see what you see. You were in that living room, I was there. Don't let anybody tell you didn't hear what you heard. Pocket trench crappers and jagabats, tadpoles and cricketers. You all want to come out here and lecture us about SOPs? Just told the whole world. You got to meet with anybody special at these investment agencies. Submit your proposal and all will be treated equally, and yet you at your house. Soon as you hear some dollars in it for you, old jagabat. Soon as you hear some dollars in it for you, you ready. Your palm itchy. That's what you always get do. Can't jump your hand, huh? Hold on. The herd about to move. The herd is about to move, and when it moves, it moves. The herd about to move. Can't jump your hand, huh? Can't jump your hand, huh? The Guyanese people are about to pronounce on y'all. Pack of scamps. The Guyanese people are about to pronounce on y'all. The herd is about to move, folks. And when it moves, it moves. That's our time today, folks. That's our program. We're back tomorrow. Thanks for joining the podcast. Each and every one, we have pack of scams. Alibaba and the 40 thieves. Alibaba and the 40 thieves. Y'all would never like me because I don't want nothing from y'all. Right? And those who know the compromise themselves, y'all got to worry. Those who know every day they're going and compromising themselves, sleeping with the enemy, y'all got to worry. The house slaves, y'all got to worry. I'm not fearing anything. I'm not fearing any man. My eyes have seen my salvation and the coming of the Lord. I'm not fearing anything or anyone. Who vex? I'm not on any side of any scams or any thieves. We were there that living. We saw what we saw. We heard what we heard. Call the COI. Right? If you all are pious and of integrity and high moral standards and standing, call the Commission of Inquiry into the allegations and accusations made in the Sugate Guyana for Sale documentaries by Vice News. Call a COI. And folks, we will continue to keep them accountable at our end. Hold their feet to the fire. Who vex? Who vex? I don't carry my bowl with anyone of them. I don't carry my plate with anyone of them. I don't want nothing from them. They have nothing that I want. I'm content. The man upstairs, he is my source. The man with the angle. And we can continue to be out here and do what we gotta do. Thanks for joining us, folks. Each and every one. You make the difference, guys. You make the difference. Romy Leander, Deborah Clark, Wilma Grant, Guyana Spectator, Glycis Mingo Byrne, Bantu, Brenda, Jackie, Yvonne Ramazar, Edward David, Maureen Chichester Paul. Good to have you folks with us today. Jean Bond, good to have you, G. Pack of Scamps. Alibaba the 40 Thieves. No Shame. Margaret Nelson. Terry Weeks. A pack of scamps. That's who they are. Folks, you know we can't do this without your love and your support. We come to y'all. We don't go before them boys. It's y'all we come to. We can't do this without y'all. Keep out here fighting. Making a difference, guys. We got Cash App available. We got PayPal. We got Zelle. MMG, MoneyGram, Western Union. We're available there. Help us keep things moving along. Make a contribution today. And help us to keep going. We don't talk. See you guys tomorrow back on the podcast. But see you guys tonight in the ring. Continue to do what we gotta do. Shelly DeRello, good to see you. Dave Rodney, good to see you. Sharon Alfonso Evans, great to see you. Marlon Francois, good to see you as well. And all the other beautiful folks like Matthew James and Sharon Bob Semple, Sharon Alfonso Evans and Eva Ramasar, Bob Annie and Jackie Bay, Paul and Hawk Kippins. All you beautiful people. Thanks for joining us. See you guys soon. Smash that emoji button. Share the damn live. Partner with we. We out here, people. We out here. We out here. We outside. See you guys back here this evening, guys. Stay safe. Stay safe. We're out. About to drop the mic. We're out, folks.